Hello, YouTube. I always say it, take a deep breath. Oh, man. Yesterday I went for a little ride, had to get a few things, and I had to take my sunglasses off driving up the highway because it was so smoggy from the humidity and smog and everything anymore since it had rained that my sunglasses made everything just not clear at all. I mean, you tried looking up the roadways, I just took my sunglasses off. It was hazy, lightly cloudy. That much smog. So, forgive me if I start hacking or something. Okay, homemade Schrader tool. People, get on with it. We don't want to hear about the weather. If it ain't fun, I don't want to do it. I like to. Do you see that measurement? Don't exceed that. Here's the only thing I can give you here for measurement. It comes about 5 millimeter. I got my measuring tool here, so I can poke down in the hole here. But I'd say, try to stay in the width of this valve right here. Perfect screwdriver, just a cheapo one, and it measures just about 5 millimeter, maybe 4.5. Okay, so it's going to be pretty easy. We're going to chop this off, right? And we're going to put a slot in it to fit this. We're going to get kind of picky with this. We want a good tool. We have our 4-in-1 tool here. So, we want something a little bit easier to grab. This thing go grabbing out of the toolbox, lose out in the yard, you're going to wish you never lost it. And this is a really small diameter. And if you use these, you know how kind of awkward they are. This will spin them right out. And we all know where it came from, even though it's upside down. It's actually the last thing I can find in a toolbox. I need to buy another cheap set to make tools out of. Let's get to work. These basic things, your ruler. If you don't have one of these, just get your ruler up to there. Chop your screwdriver off, right? And stick it in the hole and see if it fits. Because you don't want to bind on the threads. Show off one of my homemade tools. Okay, let's get to work. We jabbered about this enough. This is going to be just too easy to make. I know some of you are going to really enjoy having one of these if you have to fight with one of them. Or you ever take an old valve stem and you get the little caps that screw on there that take them out? And you're going to lose that in the toolbox too. But this, you can make the handle orange. Okay, enough. Enough safety tips and hints and work time. Cut it off the way you want to. Use the Dremel. I may use the hacksaw. It may be a cleaner job. Quick tip. Don't chamfer these edges. You need that sharp edge as a measurement to find the exact center. And I used a cut-off blade because a hacksaw wouldn't cut through this. So we can say that's pretty good for a cheap brand that a hacksaw blade didn't want to cut it. It took a little effort with the cutter blade. It did. See, it's a nice, sharp, crisp edge because you're going to be measuring it. And make sure to get this as flat as possible. Okay, next you're going to be measuring how wide a slot to make. So, use whatever you got to measure with. As I say, I have a ruler plus the caliper. So, and everything's magnetic. This is a magnetic screwdriver. Are these magnetic? Nope, they're chrome-plated bras. Magnetic tools. Ain't they wonderful? Okay, we are done and we can get this to focus. Okay, now these tools have a hole in it for your little plunger. Well, unless you know how to put a hole in a screwdriver, see what I did? I just made it extra long. Like say that slot was 2 millimeters, this is about 4 to 5. Now, I went so I could stick it on her and it's tight. You got to cram it on there to get it in the hole. And then I sandpapered it but I don't want to get rid of my real sharp edges because that's like a machine fit. Backyard machinery. I can't screw it in there with one hand, but I know you can trust me, it goes in and out. Be real fussy, take your time. I'm using a small tool, the big blade, and I had it, when I first started making my line down the center, I had it going so slow you could stall the blade. So, I got my center line grounded in my shaft, then I kept working down. You see how the bottom of the hole is rounded? Hope this don't go flying. Whoa! See how it's rounded? It's hard to square that off when you have a round wheel. And you notice it's a little bit wider going on. I'd done that on purpose so it would wedge and get tighter. Because, you know, them things fall on the ground and everything. So, you gotta cram it down in there pretty good, you know, but once you take it out, it don't fall out. You know, it's stuck on here. I said that's usually brass or not magnetic. So, there you go. We'll leave plenty of pictures. You just got to be creative on how you grind the slot. I'm so used to cutting things with a Dremel tool that comes out pretty straight. So, thanks for watching. I hope you try to build one. If you mess up, just start over. It's just a screwdriver you're cutting out. Just if you make a mistake, just start over. Okay, we're out of here. Okay, I hope you watched to the end and see my pictures. See where I just modified this? I made it even deeper because I had a hard time pushing it in there with pushing that plunger down. Then I took my little hammer and I hammered this down, close a little more so it'd be more tight on here. So you'll see it looks a little different. See how I went deeper? It's a lot easier because pushing on that little plunger spring and trying to get it to grab, this grabs a lot easier. Because the idea is to get these out without it falling on the ground. So thanks for watching. I will be showing this tool on Sunday in the shop again and explaining it, why I modified it. I've been playing with it about an hour. Well, not an hour, but, you know, quite some time after making it. So there you go. Thanks again for watching.